On May 22, 2020, a PIA Airbus A320 was on the final approach to runway 27 at Karachi Airport in Pakistan. The plane took off from Lahore at 8:09 p.m. local time, and everything was fine until the pilots started their descent into Karachi. As they got closer to the airport, the pilots were informed about some technical issues with the plane ahead of them on the runway. The pilots then decided to do a go-around and attempt to land on the alternate runway, which was runway 25. But as they turned the aircraft around, the pilots realized that the plane had lost a lot of altitude and they needed to climb as soon as possible. The pilots managed to get the plane to level off at 3,000 feet, but they were now much closer to the city of Karachi than they should have been. As they started to turn towards runway 2, the pilots noticed that the glide slope indicators showed that the plane was too low and too far away from the runway. The pilots knew that there wasn't enough runway remaining for them to safely land a plane, so they decided to go around once again. This time, however, things didn't go according to plan. The plane started to descend rapidly and it impacted a residential area just short of the runway. The impact with the ground caused a fire to break out on the plane. Fire tenders rushed to the scene, but sadly, there was nothing they could do. The fire was intense, and within a short amount of time, the entire plane was engulfed in flames. A total of 91 passengers, besides 8 crew members, were on board the aircraft. Sadly, there were no survivors. In the aftermath of the crash, many people blamed the pilots for what happened, but a full investigation was carried out by the Pakistani government. The investigation revealed that the pilots did everything they could to save the plane. In fact, it was the opposite. The pilots had done everything right, but the plane just kept on descending. What the investigators found out was that the pilots had inadvertently turned on the autopilot mode. When the autopilot is engaged, the plane will descend to a pre-selected altitude and then maintain that altitude. But in this case, the plane kept on descending even after the pilots turned off the autopilot. This caused the plane to descend rapidly and ultimately crash. It was a tragic accident and one of the deadliest in Pakistan's history. But it goes to show that sometimes no amount of pilot skill can overcome a mechanical error. Now, if you want to watch another mini air crash investigation video, then click the video on screen now. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.